Hello everyone and welcome back. The latest Star Citizen Alpha 4.9 Evocati build is giving us our clearest look yet at one of the most significant travel balance passes the game has seen in years. Over the last few days, players have been testing changes to quantum fuel capacities, quantum drive efficiency, and several ship updates that could have a major impact on how travel works throughout. Stanton, Pyro, and eventually Nyx. Let's start with one of the more surprising ship changes. The Drake Ironclad and Ironclad Assault have received improvements to their internal lighting. The emergency lighting that previously dominated much of the ship is now disabled by default, making the interior significantly brighter and easier to navigate. More importantly, players can now operate the Ironclad directly from the operations room rather than relying entirely on the detachable command module. During testing, the operations station was able to control the ship successfully and provided access to a remote turret system, giving solo operators additional functionality while remaining inside. The command module can also be detached while the main ship remains fully operational from the operations room, effectively allowing it to function as an escape craft rather than the primary control. Another welcome fix appears to address an issue where station ATC would sometimes fail to respond after departing and immediately requesting a new landing assignment. In testing, hangar requests were granted correctly. However, the biggest story from this build is quantum travel. Multiple ships across different size categories appear to have received substantial changes to their quantum fuel capacity. While the exact numbers may change before release, testing suggests that many ships now carry significantly less quantum fuel than they do in the current live build. Smaller fighters are among the most affected. Several light and medium fighters appear to be limited to roughly 0.8 SCU of quantum fuel. During testing, some ships were unable to complete a direct flight from Hurston to Microtech using their default loadout. Larger ships have also seen reductions. The Polaris, Idris, and Ironclad all appear to have lower fuel capacities than their current live counterparts. At first glance, this looks like a straightforward range reduction, but there is a second factor involved. CIG has also adjusted quantum drive fuel consumption. The actual travel range of a ship is now determined by both the size of its fuel tank and the efficiency of the installed quantum drive. In many cases, the drive itself has become more important than the fuel tank. Testing suggests that stealth and industrial quantum drives are among the most efficient options available, while competition-focused drives consume considerably more fuel in exchange for performance. For example, several stealth drives demonstrated dramatically lower fuel consumption than military or civilian alternatives. Ships equipped with these drives were able to travel significantly farther despite having the same fuel capacity. This means loadout choices may become far more important than they are today. A fighter using a fuel-efficient drive could potentially complete routes that would be impossible with a faster but less efficient alternative. The broader implication is that Star Citizen may be moving toward a more logistics-focused travel model. Smaller ships could become increasingly dependent on carriers, support vessels, refueling services, and strategically planned routes. Larger ships will still have greater range overall, but they may also face higher operating costs and more frequent refueling requirements. It's important to note that all of these figures come from an Evocati testing environment. CIG frequently adjusts balance values throughout the testing process, and none of these numbers should be considered final until they reach the public test universe or live servers. Even so, the direction appears clear. Travel planning, fuel management, ship support roles, and quantum drive selection are becoming more important parts of the overall gameplay experience. Whether players embrace these changes or push back against them will likely depend on how well the wider economy, refueling gameplay, and support systems evolve alongside these new restrictions. For now, Alpha 4.9 is shaping up to be one of the most significant travel and logistics updates Star Citizen has seen in quite some time. We'll continue monitoring future Evocati builds as more information becomes available. Thanks for watching and see you in the verse.